Chinese state-sponsored hackers are believed to have infiltrated and stolen data from around the world. Many countries have been at the receiving end of Chinese cyber espionage. In April this year, Russia's Rubin Design Bureau, which plays a major role when it comes to the development of weapons platforms for the Russian Navy, including submarines, was the target of a cyber attack. Earlier, China obtained more than 50 terabytes of data from U.S. defense and government networks, notably the Joint Strike Fighter stealth, radar, and engine secrets through cyber espionage. The NSA, or National Security Agency of the U.S., estimated that the Chinese had conducted more than 30,000 cyber attacks as part of the massive defense industrial espionage, and that more than 500 attacks were significant. But now a particular nation is fighting back. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how Indian hackers are targeting China. Let's get started. This video is sponsored by War Thunder. If you are, like us, fascinated by military vehicles and technology, I recommend you give War Thunder a try. It's a military vehicle combat game which you can download and play for free on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One with cross-platform support. It has a huge variety of more than 1,200 playable aircraft, tanks, helicopters, and ships from the 1930s to the 1990s, which you can take to battle on land, in the air, and at sea on more than 80 theaters of war. War Thunder's been kind enough to offer all Defense Updates viewers a special bonus, which will grant you a free premium tank, aircraft, or ship, and 3 days of premium account time for registering using our link in the description below. So take the plunge and join more than 20 million players from around the world. On the 5th of May 2020, Chinese and Indian troops clashed in a border battle in the remote Galwan Valley, bashing each other to death with rocks and sticks. 4 months later, and more than 1,500 miles away in Mumbai, India, trains shut down and the stock market closed as the power went out in a city of 20 million people. Hospitals had to switch to emergency generators to keep ventilators running amid a coronavirus outbreak that was among India's worst. A study indicated that those two events may well have been connected, and a broad Chinese cyber campaign against India's power grid was carried out. It was timed to send a message that if India pressed its claims too hard, the lights could go out across the country. India seems to have accepted the challenge. Global Times, the mouthpiece of the Chinese Communist Party, said that Indian hackers targeted China's defense and military departments, among other state-owned establishments. According to the Global Times report, which is based on the findings of Anti-Labs, a leading antivirus company in China, hackers from India are behind the attempts to launch attacks on China's defense and military units, as well as state-owned enterprises. The report stated that the vice chief engineer of Anti-Labs has said that the company has detected phishing activities since March. This activity, it adds, mainly targeted the country's government, defense, and military units, as well as state-owned enterprises in China, Pakistan, and Nepal. Lee told Global Times the hackers disguise themselves as government or military personnel and deliver emails with phishing attachments or embedded links to targets, luring them to visit the websites created by them and collect the account password for intelligence gathering. The Global Times says the antivirus company has found that the organization behind the attacks on Chinese defense departments is from India, and its activities can be traced back to as early as April 2019. The report adds, by far, more than 100 phishing counterfeit websites have been found by Anti-Labs, some of which target major universities, state-owned enterprises, and key organs of the government in China. Others target the military, defense, and diplomatic circles in South Asia, including Pakistan and Nepal. Revenge is best served cold, and this is what's being witnessed now. The Galwan Valley clash was the first time India and China were involved in a confrontation since the deadly clashes between the two armies that took place in Nathu La in 1967, which resulted in the deaths of 88 soldiers of the Indian Army and about 300 soldiers of the PLA, or People's Liberation Army of China. The conflict seems to have fundamentally changed India's view of China and is now ready to take the harder line. A cyber attack may be the first of several aggressive maneuvers being undertaken by India. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.